A month into Operation Relentless Sun, the Palm Springs Police Department has its first data on the plan to help with homelessness. I spoke with Chief Andy Mills, who says the operation is about compassion but persistent law enforcement. Chief, tell us what's happening with Operation Relentless Sun.
Well, Peter, we're a month in to the operation and we have our first round of data. So we wanted to make sure that people were at least aware of what we're finding. And what we have found so far is 340 unique individuals that we can add to the count of how many unhoused are frequenting or living in Palm Springs. Some, come and go. So it's always trying to find that balance of who's here. We have given over 340 resource pamphlets to people. Every person we contact is getting the opportunity and phone numbers to call, seek help, and try to find the resources. They're adults. They need to do what they can to help themselves as well as us referring people. We've also reunited 14 separate individuals with their families in different parts of the United States as well as Canada. And so we're really trying to help people be reunited with their families and get the help that they need from their families. And then also we've been able to either emergency house or find housing for 22 people. So if you combine all that together, it's about a 10% impact in 1 month on the homeless population that we have here in Palm Springs. The other thing we've done is we've arrested 68 people and as part of the operation. And our philosophy on that is we are not going to permit the behaviors that are associated with some of the individuals who seek to harm our community, and that we cannot allow that in any way, shape, or form. But at the same time, we certainly want to be compassionate, help people, and understand that there, but by the grace of God, go all the rest of us.
Going back to the 14 people who were reunited with their loved ones, can you give us some context and how was that possible, and give us a story?
Yeah, a couple of the people were living in the airport and talked to them. How long has it been since they've been home, and what would they, if they had the opportunity, would they like to go home to their families? And both of them said yes. And so we made the arrangement to get them on a plane back to their hometowns. But I think the best story is one of our officers was talking to an individual, and the person lived in El Centro, California, but had somehow wound up in Palm Springs. And the officer talked to the guy, and he really, wanted to see his family again. He really felt badly about how he was living here in Palm Springs. So the officer threw him in the car. Well, not literally, but put him in the car with him and drove him back to Palm Springs and personally handed him off to his family and reunited them together. That's the level of compassion that you see from our officers. There's a couple of our officers who have family members who are homeless. And so they really, truly do understand that balancing act between compassion and accountability. And that's what we want to foster here in our city, is be civil, but yet consistently firm on those who choose to live a certain way in our town that is not in the best interest of our city.
Anything else, Chief, you would like to say before I let you go?
No, Peter, thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
You bet.